assault and batteries, but my trunk stay ever ready. Assault and battery, if you scared, you never ready.
Alright, today's video, I'm going to tell you now, a lot of people aren't going to like it. A few of you are going to get offended. And a couple of you may agree, but, you know, sometimes you just got to sprinkle some of that truth on there for you. And this is what I'm going to do. Because Gemini made a video and a lot of people came to me asking me if I know what's going on. I had no idea. I tried, you know, it's not really a big deal since these Gemini stunts have been going on since 2012. But this one, I feel like he was 110% justified, in my opinion, to do what he does, because in his mind, rightfully so, he just wants people to care about this website again. And I agree with him. This place is not the same as it used to be. Everyone on here is the exact same. Nobody here is interesting to watch anymore. And it's not like it's 2007 again, where you had guys like Bill and Doug, you had guys like Spinnernet, you had guys like WrestleGuru, you had guys like Gemini, you had guys like MB Wrestler, you guys, Y2 Indian. These guys were all unique. These guys all had their own persona, their own personalities. They all had a brain to talk about wrestling. They didn't hide behind their collections just to be like, oh, look, I have $100,000 worth of stuff. Give me 100,000 subscribers. It didn't work like that at the time. You needed a brain, you needed a camera, you needed yourself, and you needed a USB to plug in your computer so you can upload that video. And it's not like that anymore over here. It's literally the guy on here who has the most subscribers in wrestling, in my mind, is a big dummy. He's a big geek. He doesn't know really much, and he relies on his collection too much. And you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say his name. There was a time, and a lot of you can who know me can back me up on this. YouTube was set on favorites, and I would check subscribers, I would check views, I would check just everything, every analytic thing I would check and I would have on my phone. And slowly things started to fade away, and as things started to fade away for me, I think this website started to really go downhill, because after I stopped making videos on a consistent basis, there was Miguel, there was Steve, all these guys who were on here weekly, daily almost, making videos, just kind of started moving on, doing their own thing, and they still come on here once in a while, but this place is definitely not a thing where you come home, like Gemini said, if you guys watch that video, where you come home, you want to go on your YouTube subscription box and you'd be like, oh, look, this guy made a video about this thing, this guy made a video about that thing, these two guys are going at it because they don't disagree or whatever. Times change, I get it, there's an evolution, you know. This isn't no Charizard to, like, you know, Charmander to Charizard evolution. This is like a downgrade, kind of, because this website is really just a slow death for YouTube wrestling. And I know people for my, you know, my channel are watching for the unboxings and the Mania vlogs. I can accept that. But that's not what this channel started out as. It was, you can watch my first video now. It was literally like 8 years ago. Crazy to think. I've been on here for 8 years. But without that, you know, I wouldn't have all this. The whole partnership thing was all I've ever wanted on YouTube, and I got that December of 2012. And a lot of people call it me selling out, but I'm like, why else would I come on YouTube? I came on here, and I can watch in the video, you can say I wanted to get noticed, I want people to, you know, whatever, and I didn't have any friends to talk about wrestling with. But as things started to take off, you know, this happened. And there are people who come on here, and I get it every day. You're a sellout, you care too much about this, you care too much about that. I'll be happy if there was like one subscriber and that one person's happy. Like, don't bullshit me. Don't give me that crap. Everyone on YouTube, and you guys can deny it all you want, everyone wants to be something. Everyone wants to have as many subscribers as they can. They want to get 100,000 views. They want to be something. And for someone to come on here and say that, I don't care if I just have 10 subscribers, as long as those 10 people are happy, that's all that matters. Like, yeah, keep telling yourself that, bud. See how far that gets you. Everyone, and I've seen it all. I've seen guys tell me that. I've seen guys make videos about that. But hey, whatever makes you happy. But in my mind, I just think it's a bunch of bullshit. And just because that's all you can rack in, it's all of a sudden now it's like the right thing to do. And I don't know. It's literally because everyone's the same. That's why no one gets views anymore. That's why no one really cares, because you have a bunch of geeks making videos all the time. And I don't mean to, when I say geeks, I don't mean calling you gay. I just mean a bunch of generic people. There's not anything that makes someone stick out. And for me, I've always told the three major keys if you want to make good videos. Originality, consistency, and what's the third one? Originality, consistency, and quality is the third one. Consistency speaks for itself. You got to come on here every day. You got to give the people what they want. Originality, don't be like everyone else. You got to have a personality. You got to have something. Don't stand behind a white wall and be like, hey guys, my Raw review for like 2017. Raw started over Roman Reigns. No one cares. We watch Raw. We know what happened. Just let loose. That's why Wrestling Jesus does so well, because he's original. He's unique. Quality. Last thing you want to see is, it's 2017. Get a good camera. Use your iPhone like I do. But those are the few things. And the fact is, there are people on here who do those three things. Well, maybe not all of them, but they have a couple of, two of the three or one of the three. And if they did have all three, I couldn't even imagine how good they would be. Mike Pico, We the Pico, if you guys know him, he does like incredible, best like YouTube editing thing I've ever seen in my life. He has a video called the YWC Awards. I'm like, man, so entertaining. The dude put this together himself. Luke Cage is one who's been around forever, same time as I have. He puts out great content when he wants to. But the thing is, he didn't come on here on a consistent basis. But when he was, man, this guy was doing great. And he's one guy I think he had that potential. And I sound like an old guy, but I am. He had the potential to be something just great. But I don't know. As time goes on, people lose interest in on YouTube, and I think I don't want to say my time's there, but I feel like I'm like the gatekeeper. I'm that old guy who's been on here for like 8 years, like I just said. I've seen them come and go, and it's sad to see what this website's become. No offense. No offense to you guys coming on here, cutting promos in your cars, pretending to be wrestlers. Just being something else. Bring drama to back. Honestly, that's what I want. I just start bashing people just every other video. That's what gets people going. I was thinking about it, and I'm like, hey, maybe I should just make a video and just bash the shit out of Gemini. But you know what? The guy has a point. It's a shame, because this website has so much potential to be something, as we are one big community. But we're just a bunch of average Joes just making videos about Raw and SmackDown and pay-per-views. Like, no one cares. No one cares anymore. That's it.